Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am back with another video. Yes, I'm still on my filming spree and this week I'm planning a week commencing the 21st of July. So this was the second half of my holiday to Turkey and also the week of Stationeryfest. I am using this absolutely beyond incredible kit from Josephine Bow Designs. This was the May 2025 mystery subscription kit and it is absolutely beyond beautiful. I adore it, I'm in love with it, and honestly I think I've said before, browns and beiges are not my colours, but the blue and the whole beach effect of this just makes it pop. I absolutely love it. So I do PR for Josephine Bow Designs. You can find the information in the description, but just to let you know, it's not valid on the mystery. But I have got so much kit to be working with. I am going to be using underlays. And yeah, just super excited to use this kit. I am, of course, using custom scripts from Plannerface. And again, I do PR for Plannerface. The details are in the description with the Josephine Bow Designs one. I am using the font Farmland and I'm using it in size 44. I always like to let people know the font that I'm using, but also the size, because I do mess around with the size of the font. So I always think if somebody kind of wanted scripts that looked exactly like these, they'd need to know the font name and the size. So yeah, of course, I've also got my planning notes pad from Plannerface, which I did take to Turkey with me. I can't live without it. There's no way on this green earth that I would be doing Plan With Me's if I didn't have that planning notes pad, because, you know, I'm filming this in the middle of September. So there's just no way I would remember what I did on the 21st, week commencing the 21st of July. But yeah, I'm going to go and put down my base and I will be back. Okay, I am back, and anyone who knows me well knows that I am going to say it has been ages. I laid down this incredible base, and then time ran away with me and I have not made any progress in like weeks. This though, I just have to give it a shimmer. It looks incredible. I sort of don't want to ruin it with the stickers, but I know that's like the point. So yeah, let's get into the plans. So obviously I was still on holiday at this point, and I did realise it was also Stationeryfest this week, and I don't think I got like a second script, so I have ordered one. So I'm just basically gonna leave room, but I am using this really cute like cocktail in a pineapple in a coconut, which I actually tried when I was in the Caribbean, and that's from White Day Stationery. And then I put my script on. Then I'm going to leave a gap here to mark that it was Stationeryfest. So once I have got my script that I forgot to order, I will add that in. Then going on to Monday. So first things first, we had to wake up early on this day because we were going on Jeep Safari. It was like a trip, and Theodora had met some friends, in the on holiday. I think I mentioned last week. Yeah, when I was filming the last week. Oh, I feel all out of sorts. But basically we ended up going on Jeep Safari with them. It was actually a really fun day. So I'm marking waking up early with this Moon and Star sticker, which is from Plannerface. Then we had the Jeep Safari and we did like quite a few things when we were on the Jeep Safari. So I'm actually going to use one of the checklists, which is in the kit. I've actually got 5 things to mark. So do I want to use these? Have all got 3 on. Maybe I can cut one down. So if I go for, then again, I don't actually think I'll have room for more than 3. Right, I'm not going to use that. Maybe I'll just use a full box, because I don't have any 3rd boxes. What have we got in here? Right, okay, I know how I'm going to do this. So I basically wanted to use this really cute, like, emoji with a map from the Coffee Monsters coat to mark that we went on Jeep Safari. And then we basically had, like, loads of things we did. So I'm just going to kind of lay them out, like, alternated on here. So we had a water fight. We went and visited some caves. We went into like a quite a famous canyon. We saw a waterfall and we did some rafting as well. So they were like all the things we did on the Jeep Safari. So that's a bit hard to see because I've got the ring light on, but I've just kind of layered those. It's quite late at night, so I kind of have to put the ring light on, otherwise I can't see. But then once we got back from the Jeep Safari, we went to the mini disco, and then basically the Monday was the entertainment team's day off, so we decided to go, we all went together, like us and the friend's family that Thea had met. We decided to go into Hisaronu, which is like the local town, and do a bit of gift shopping. That's really, really wonky, but I don't know if I'll get this up. Oh, it's coming. This is not removable matte, so haha, and the foil underneath is intact. There we go. So yeah, we went and did some shopping in Hisaronu. We were going home on the Wednesday morning, so this was like our second to last night. So it was good for us to just go and pick up like some gifts and stuff. And then finally, when we got back to the hotel, I just did some reading. So I'm marking that with a book sticker from the Coffee Monsters Co. So that was Monday. Then on to Tuesday, we started off with like having loads of pool time. So I think I'm going to use this. Oh no, I'm not going to use that flag because it's the same pattern. What other flags have I got? Let's go for a quarter box. I always do this. I like leave it so long and then I go out of like, I like lose the ability to stick stickers down. Just gonna like layer that over there. So we started off by having pool time all day. It was obviously our last day on holiday. We were getting picked up at like 9 AM I think the next day, so we wanted to make the most of the day. Then my sister went and played water polo. So she'd been wanting to play all week, and it was basically like she kept saying that it looked a bit rough and she didn't want to go and play. But I said to her, I said, well, this is your last chance. If you don't go now, we're going home tomorrow in the morning, so you won't be able to. Anyway, she went and did it, and she actually really, really loved it. So my sister went and did that. Her team won. Then Thea and Elodie wanted to go to Kids Club. So I was like, fine, you can go there for the afternoon. So I'm marking, playing in the pool with this Dot the Bear from Paper K. I'm marking Keita playing water polo with this super cute squish from Stick with the Planco. And then I'm marking Kids Club with Thea's custom from Teddy Plans Co. Then in the afternoon, one of my favourite things about the holiday, which I think I mentioned in my last plan with me, was that they had a crepe and ice cream bar in the hotel. So I was like, I need to make the most of this. So I went and got ice cream and crepes, which was super fun. And I marked that with an ice cream from White Deer Stationery. Then I watched the acrobatic show with Thea, Keita and the friends that we met, which was really amazing. So I'm marking that with a bow from Plannerface. And then finally, although it makes me very sad, it was time to pack. So I got back to the room, the girls went to bed, and I just packed the case. So yeah, that was very sad. I really did not want to come home, and the week just went so fast, like, so yeah, it was not great. Nobody ever wants to come home from holidays. But yeah, okie dokie. So on to Wednesday. This was our day. Oh, what is wrong with my placement? I'm out of practice. Honestly, if this is all I ever gain from like becoming consistent with actually filming Plan With Me's, because what I do, right, is I film like 3 Plan With Me's all at once, and then I don't film for weeks, and I edit them all and I schedule them, and then it's been weeks. If all I get from my consistency is the fact that I can stick stickers straight, then do you know what? I'll be all right with that. Oh dear. Anyway, so yeah, we had to wake up early, so I'm marking that with the moon and stars from Plannerface. Then I needed to pack like the rest of our things. So we had like some stuff that was still out from the day before. So we had like our bikinis were drying and stuff like that on the balcony. So I just finished the packing, and I'm marking that with a suitcase from White Deer Stationery. Then we had to travel to the airport and Theodora fell asleep. It was honestly just, to be honest, it was the cutest thing. I don't remember the last time that like Thea like napped. It's quite rare, like even when she's poorly, she's like alert and awake. But yeah, she slept all the way to the airport, which was quite cute. She slept on me, so that was adorable. So I'm marking that with a like crying squidge from Stick With The Planco. I don't have time to add the like Thea napped bit, and I don't really want to put it there, so I'm just going to leave that. Then I did lots of reading. I remember posting on Instagram like just before I finished my, like just before I got on my flight, saying I am halfway through my I've just finished my 4th book or something. Does anybody think I'll finish the 5th or whatever it was? And a few people were like, you can do it, and I did. By the time I'd got off the plane, I'd finished the book. So I read 5 books in a week, which wasn't too bad. I would have liked to have, I thought I was going to read more. I say I would have liked to have read more. I would have liked to have read more, but at the same time, I really enjoyed being away with the girls, so kind of didn't want to read more, if that makes sense. But to be honest, the girls were not really interested in me. I'm not even entirely sure why I was present on the holiday. I think I just funded it, because the girls were like just, Thea basically was like, well, my Auntie Keita can take me where I want to go, and my Auntie Keita will swim with me, and my Auntie Keita, and I was like, okay, Auntie Keita's here. I think we are all fully aware. But then when I was in the airport, I remember saying like, oh, there's a McDonald's, and this was like Dalaman Airport, so anybody who's been might like know what I'm about to say. It was €17 for a Big Mac meal. And like, don't get me wrong, I was like expecting it to be more expensive. Like, I'm not entirely naive, you know, to the fact that like airports are more expensive. But €17 for a Big Mac meal, I was actually horrified. Like, honestly, I was like, no, I refuse to pay it. Like, it's not happening. So we went and got Popeyes instead. I'm now in a bit of a pickle because I don't have any room for all the things I need to mark, but I'm just going to mark lastly that we flew to England. So I'm marking the ridiculously priced McDonald's with this like shocked primrose sticker from Tickle Pink Planning. They don't do physical stickers anymore, but they do have digitals. And then I'm marking flying to England with this passport sticker from White Deer Stationery. I did also want to note that I did my planning notes and that we got the train home, but I don't have time. Don't have space for those. But yeah, they were like the other things. So this is the first half of the week. Then on to the second half of the week. So I cannot tell you how glad I am that I booked annual leave for the day after. So I originally was not supposed to be off the day after we got back from holiday, because we did land at about 5 p.m. UK time on the Wednesday, and to be honest, there was not really any need for me to be on leave, because yeah, there's just I was home. But Thea was off and she was with me all day, and I honestly, like, it really hit me when I got home how tired I was. Like, we had a quite full-on week away, you know, like swimming and playing and just like having a good time. So yeah, it just all hit me like really hard. So yeah, I did book annual leave and I'm very, very grateful. So I'm marking that with a bow sticker from Plannerface. Then I did some TPD admin, so I had some bits to catch up on. We secured one of our workshops, I think, and one of our stall holders while I was away, and I had some invoices to send and some contracts to write and stuff like that. So I caught up on all of that. Then we went for lunch with my nan, which was nice, caught her up on the holiday. And we went to collect Thea's new school uniform. So I'd ordered the uniform like the day before we went on holiday, so the day she finished school, and they were like, oh, it'll be 2 to 3 weeks, and they emailed me like the next day saying that it was ready, and I was like, oh, I'm away now for a week. So I think it was like when we landed, or just before we got on the plane, I can't remember, but I got the email like when we were at the airport saying that it was ready to collect, and I was like, well, can't go and get it now. So I just emailed them back and said, oh, we've just left for holiday, but I'll grab it when I'm back. So we did that. Then I went and had my hair done. I went and had a blow dry. This is quite rare for me. Like, I would not normally go and get a blow dry. I do like go and have my hair cut, obviously, like at the hairdressers, but I wouldn't normally book a blow dry because I just think it's a little bit expensive, like just to have your hair washed and dried. But I always do when I get back from holiday, mainly because, you know, the sun, the chlorine, the sun cream, all that kind of thing, like, can damage your hair. So went and had a blow dry and I marked that with this super cute Dot the Bear from Paper K. And then we had a brew with my next door neighbours, got to catch up with them. And I'm marking that with this really cute coffee cup from the Coffee Monsters Co. I absolutely love it. It's got like some really cute biscuits on the side. But I found them in a reusable album that I didn't realise I had. So yeah, that was fun to find. Then on to Friday. So I did go back into work on the Friday, unfortunately. Didn't really have much choice. So I was back to work and I'm marking that with like a down emoji from the Coffee Monsters Co. Then I did some laundry, so had to start washing all the holiday clothes. I have to say though, I was a little bit cheeky because Thea went on holiday with my mum last year to Bulgaria, and mum brought all her clothes back like clean for me. She like washed them all for me before she gave me them back. I sent all my sister's stuff home dirty. I was like, I can't wash all my sister's stuff. And then my mum took Thea on holiday like the last week of August. And again, when she gave me all Thea's clothes back, they were all washed. And I felt really bad. But at the same time, I was like, I'm doing 2 people's washing. So yeah, I did feel a little bit mean. So I did my washing and I'm marking that with a washing basket from Plannerface. I was super busy at work, so I'm marking that with a laptop from Papershire. And then, is that going to be skinny enough to fit in there? No, probably not. Could use a header. I've got some like skinny headers here. Let's try like using a skinny header. It's a little bit skinny, but it might work. Basically I wanted to mark that I watched sprint qualifying. This was the Belgian Grand Prix, which is my new dream Grand Prix. So my dream Grand Prix was to go to Silverstone. Now it's to go to Spa. And Anna and I looked at going next year in 2026, but I'm on holiday. So it was really annoying because this year they moved it back. So it's normally, I think, the 2nd or 3rd week of July. So it should have been like, I think, the week before this. And this year they moved it back and it was this weekend. And then next year they've moved it forward again, back to its normal weekend. And I am the exact same dates, the 16th to the 23rd, I'm in Tenerife next year. So a bit devastated, but we're going to do it the year after. We'll try and do it the year after. Then what else did we do this day? I've got quite a few things, but I'm not going to fit them all in. So I think I'm going to use a half box, and I'm going to like put a few things on a half box, I think, just because otherwise I'm not going to, well, I'm going to try and fit on as much as I can, but we'll see. Oh, like I made a bit of a mess of this now. Let's go for an orange header and try that. Okay, so I basically had to finish wedding stationery for my next door neighbour. Her daughter was getting married on the same day as my one of my best friends, and I had made all her wedding stationery, so I needed to finish that off to give to her. Then we went and had dinner with my next door neighbours, which was really nice. So I'm marking the wedding stationery with a ring sticker from Plannerface. Dinner is with a knife and fork sticker from Plannerface. Then I had a bath, and I'm marking that using these really pretty florals from Papershire. And then I'll just add that I got my Plannerface Advent. So, oh, I've actually spelt that wrong. PF Devent. I've missed an A. I wonder if I can like cut it out of this script that I've not, I'll try that after off camera. I'll try and cut and make an A for that. Then on to Saturday. So this was Stationeryfest day. So first things first, I tidied the house. It was super, super messy. I'd left it in a bit of a state before I went on holiday, to be honest, and then I had to like come back to it, which that's just, I think, like one of the worst scenarios ever for me, to like come home to an untidy house. It's just really not what I would have liked to have done. But I was working all the way up till the day before we went, and then as soon as I'd finished work that day, I had like loads of stuff on, and yeah, it was just a bit of a pain. But we went to Stationeryfest on this day, and it was a good day. We had an okay day. We weren't there very long, to be honest, but that's a story for another day. But we did have a good day, got to do a bit of shopping. So marking Stationeryfest with a pencil from Plannerface, and then marking shopping with this super cute shopping bag, which is also from Plannerface. Then I didn't want to send Joanne home on her journey without reinforcements. So when we got home, we had a brew. Basically, Stationeryfest was in Wigan this year, which is literally like the next motorway junction to me. It's actually even closer to me than Manchester. It's about 20 minutes in bad traffic, which there was actually bad traffic. But yeah, so Joanne basically came to me in the morning, and then we just like made our way there, and then yeah, Joanne dropped me back home before she set off. So in the evening, I filmed my Stationeryfest haul, so that is on my channel if you want to see it. And I'm marking that with a like shutter sticker from White Deer Stationery. And then I actually did my Sabrina Carpenter journaling spread, which was from when Anna and I went to see Sabrina Carpenter in March, so that was super fun. Then Sunday morning, I did sleep in. I felt like I just deserved a lie-in. So I'm marking that with a snoozing emoji from the Coffee Monsters Co. Then it was the Belgian Grand Prix, so I'm going to mark that. And also England Women's won the Euros, and Luke Littler won the Darts World Match Play. So it was like a very good day in terms of sports for me. So that was fun. Did also have a food delivery, so I'm going to mark that. Forgetting I've got another sheet of boxes here. Okay, so watch the Belgian Grand Prix, and I'm marking that with a car sticker from Plannerface. Then England won the Women's Euros, back to back. So marking that with a football sticker from Plannerface. Then Little won the World Match Play, which was super fun. I love darts. Darts and Formula One are like my favourite sports, which is just very, like, quite rare. I've been told before. I feel like, I don't know, it sounds really bad really, but like for a woman to be into those sports, it's quite sexist actually, that somebody would say it's rare. Like, that's not my comment. Like, I don't know, when I've been on dates and stuff, like, I don't know, guys have kind of said, oh, as if you would be into those kind of sports, and it's like, well, why wouldn't I? But yeah, anyway, that's another whinge for another day. But yeah, so they are my favourite sports. So super good day. It was like super, I called it something. I posted on Facebook and was like, oh, it's like Super Sports Sunday for me. Like the Formula One, England women's football, and the Darts World Match Play. So I had my food delivery, and I marked that with a sticker from Papershire, and then finally I ended the day with some journaling time. So okay, we've actually got loads of stickers left. I had quite a few things that I didn't have space to mark, and to be honest, if I've thought about it, I should have used extenders. But I think I picked out like the most important elements, so I am okay with that. But yeah, oh, this spread is incredible. And honestly, I'm actually going to give myself a pat on the back because I picked my icons seriously well. I did notice that on the mixed journaling sheet, there was like 2 pieces of quite cute, like deco. So I think I'm just going to like add them in on this kind of part at the side, and just down here, because I thought they were a bit cute. But yeah, that is the finished spread. I absolutely love it. Joanne is a genius, and I always say this. I sound like I'm just saying it because she's my friend, and I'm just not, because I honestly just look at this and think, how can you not think this is just, it's so beautiful. Like, it really is so beautiful. So yeah, I hope you liked this video. If you did, I'd love if you could give it a thumbs up, and if you'd like to see future videos, I'd love if you could subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.